What's going on? Rainy, California. It was raining today.
Mhm.
I went into the optometrist. I'm in San Diego. Walk out and it's like raining. I'm like, what is
It's
this?
raining over here too.
Raining there too? Where's there?
Montana.
Oh, what's up, guys? Natasha. Hey, other Becky. Great to see you.
Hey. Oh, we can't hear you. You're on mute. Oh.
No, we can hear you. I hear you loud and clear.
Oh,
Absolutely.
you can. Oh, I'm sorry.
All good.
I'm glad I didn't say any bad words.
All good. All good. We've had some fun Zoom slip-ups before. That was okay. That was okay.
Hell yeah.
Some interesting things. Heard some interesting things. Oh my gosh. Lily, how are you? You're looking
I
lovely.
am excited. I just love seeing all these faces. If you can turn on your camera, we'd love to engage with you. We're gonna be taking a photo op soon.
Yes,
But
we are.
definitely, yeah, I am just so proud of each and every one of you guys for coming on because you know what? You made a decision. It was not, it's a rainy Wednesday, middle of the week, right? You
Mm.
could be doing anything else, but coming on a Zoom. So I'm just proud of you guys. But you know what? We have something to offer, right, James? It's
Yes,
gonna
sir.
blow your mind. You might need some tissues. We're gonna lift you up. We're gonna inspire you. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna give out free things. Everybody's gonna love Becky. She's gonna award free prizes.
I got lots of free things.
And we are gonna
I want to make
learn a lot
sure.
too.
Yeah,
We
you
know
want to make sure, by the way, if check your Zoom name because we're going to be drawing names and stuff. So if your name's like an iPhone or it's like your daughter's name or it's like iPad or something, we can't award iPad because we don't know who that is. So check in your Zoom settings and there's a way to rename yourself. So make sure to name yourself and then we'll be good to go. Trip to Italy would be great. Yes, I have all the goodies. So we have things like this. This is a lip and lash gift set, which obviously I would use all day. I have been told by my wife that my lashes look really nice. So I guess this stuff is working. What else do we got? Let me see. We got some, if you guys know what this is a body balancing de-stressor called the Elite. You're gonna like that.
love that.
Yeah, we got some real cool stuff, Lily.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So you know what? It's this is the time. I always say the best gift to give is a gift of health. And you guys are on tonight to hear about the gift of health and hopefully inspire you to, think of someone and introduce them to what we have here. So we have a minute on the clock. If you have a guest and you don't see them on, make sure you send them a reminder because attending live is always best. You get to see the engagement in the chat, and you can't win a prize if they're not on. So make
Absolutely.
sure, like, hey, they're giving out the raffles. You better make sure you're on.
Exactly. Isabel, Angelica, Angie, what's going on? Vanette, great to see you. I've heard your name before, actually. Kamisha says, perfect Christmas gift is sleep. Chris in San Leandro. I lived in San Leandro before. I know where that is. Perfect Christmas gift, stable, thriving income. I love that. Trip to Italy, Maria, sign me up. I will go with you. Absolutely. Trip to Asia. Oh, that's a big trip. We'll love that. Dan, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, everybody? Kathy from Texas. Sorry, I love seeing all these chats and everything. So we missed you. It's not because we don't like you, it's because you guys are rock stars. So great to see everybody. We got around 15 seconds on the clock and we'll get started live with what we have today. It's going to be a fun night. Once again, be sure if you have not yet already put on and changed your name, be sure to do that because we're going to have a great, great night. Dr. Kristal. What's going on, Dr. Kristal?
Wow.
Oh, be a fun night. Dr. Kristal, I just gotta ask you a question real quick before we get started. There you are. There you are. Okay, I'm gonna make you a co-host here. Dr. Kristal, let me know if you can hear us okay or not. Okay.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So Dr. Kristal, I was asking everybody, I'll go bring you up in a bit, but what would the perfect Christmas gift be for you this year? Just curious.
For me,
You.
a virtual assistant.
Yes. Okay. Yes,
He's not busy.
I get it.
That
I
would be
totally.
amazing.
Aha. Hey, let's make that definitely happen. Awesome. Dr. Crystal, we'll bring you up in just a little bit, but hello, 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 everybody. Welcome. Let me make sure I can spotlight everybody here. If you can hear us and see us okay, give us a big wave or put a 5 in the comments below. We're going to lift off and have a fun, fun night today. And we have a lot to go over, but welcome to our Wellness 360 Customer Appreciation Party. And we have many different types of people that are on this line. And we are international. We have people from Australia, from all over North America to Canada, to just so many different places. But I'm curious, we probably have a couple different types of people. Some of us here, you have already been using these things called skinny drops or Slenderize, as it's known. But if you have already used these at some point before, put a 1 in the comments below. If you've used them before, put a 1 in the comments below. Awesome. We have a lot of people that have used this. And in fact, if you have used them and you have some results on these, put in the comments as we go through this, like what some of your results are. We're here to celebrate you. All right. There's another group of us that you maybe have heard about this, maybe from your friend, maybe from your family member, maybe saw from a social media post. You haven't used them yet, but you're a little bit curious about what these are all about. So if you haven't used them yet, but you've heard about them, put a 2 in the comments. We love to know. And welcome, by the way. You're a special guest today, and it means a lot to your friend and your family member that you're on here. And number 3, Lily, I think we always have some of these people, which is they have no idea why they're here.
Yeah.
You got dragged on by your friend. They're like, cop on this link. You got to come check this out. It's going to blow your mind. Well, if you're here, might as well be here. It's going to be a good time right here. And I love seeing all the results in the chat and everything. So we're going to have a fun action pack tonight. In a little bit, as you just heard, we have Dr. Kristal Vance. She is a hormones and health healer and expert. She's a special guest, and I can't wait for her to drop her wisdom with all of us. We're also going to have a bunch of amazing testimonials. And at the end of this, stay till the end. We're going to have some cool raffle prizes where we're going to actually raffle some things like maybe a set of the actual drops itself. We have some other cool things, Lily, like these sets that you can actually.
I know, those are amazing.
Absolutely. We have a lot of cool things, a lot of cool giveaways. So be sure to change your name so that it's actually your name on the Zoom so we can actually have you. But before that, we want to celebrate some amazing stories. I want to tell you a little bit about what's going on. But Lily's my special co-host. If you don't know Lily, she's the face of Wellness 360. She's weekly and constantly giving a lot of value. But Lily, how are you feeling today as we're getting started?
I am so excited. I don't know if you guys can tell because every week this is my time that I just love celebrating you because it's always about your journey and what you were seeking and what you've been going through, and finally you get introduced to these drops. And I love to hear the testimonials. That's what I love. It's always about that. And we're going to be hearing about that tonight. So that's why I'm so excited, because we're celebrating all of you. And I'm just so proud. Like I said, I know some of you guys heard, you know what? You could be doing other things on a Wednesday night. It's raining here in California, but you guys made a decision. And the decision is the first step to your transformation. So I'm so proud of you guys.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to get right into this. We have a lot to jam through, but have a lot of fun and have fun in the chat. This is meant to be a party. So chat, feel like we're all in one big room together or something, because we're watching these. And hey, maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll help you win a raffle or not. I don't know. It's a raffle.
I see. We're all sitting around our living rooms, James. We're just going to have a chat. And we're having fun as a party. So we want the engagement in here. Hint, hint, like Becky said. So engage. You want to know who you are. Like, I don't want to just see Becky's name.
Exactly. So, hey, if you guys don't know us, just a quick little introduction. My name is Zheng. I first got introduced to these drops around, actually, like I heard about this when it first launched, like 12 years ago. Used them, transformed my life. Super skeptical at first, but lost 25 pounds in 40 days, got abs, changed the game for me. And Lily is on the complete opposite side of the spectrum. She wasn't trying to get abs, but Lily, how about you? Tell us a little about you.
Well, I was that perimenopausal, menopausal, and now I'm in postmenopause. But I tried everything, James. I tried working out at the gym. Yes, I signed up for the gym membership. I went 3 to 4 times a week, and I couldn't lose the weight. I tried all the meal plans on the market. And it got to a point where, I had excruciating abdominal pain, and I had high triglyceride. I was borderline diabetic, and my weight skyrocketed to a point where I was heavier than when I was pregnant with my daughter. And in 3 short months, in my 50s, I actually lost 26.4 pounds, 14.1% body fat. And the cherry on top is all those health issues went away. But the extra icing of the cake, whatever you want to say, is I actually get to share genes with my daughter. So that was just the blessing in disguise. And it's been over 8 years now. I'm embracing the 6-0 next year, James. And
What?
yes, 6-0. I am ready for it. And I want to say age, don't let it define you, let it refine you. Age is just a number. It's about vibrancy. So here we
Yes.
go. Well, that's what we're going to be talking about tonight.
So it's gonna be fun. Heads up. Hey, if you're kind of mind blown that Lily is turning 60, like that doesn't make sense to you, put a 6 in the comments below.
Oh,
Like,
thank you, James.
what's going on, you know? So for those of us who don't know, real quick, like what is this? This is a brand of products from a company called Partner Co. It's a global company, 50 plus markets. In fact, you saw a lot of people represented here as well too. And what makes this different is it's tested and proven. There's clinical studies, there's backing. I'm a super nerd. I studied biology at UC Berkeley. I was trying to be a medical doctor first because I'm Asian. That's what Asians do. But that's why I love the science behind this. So we read through the clinical stuff. If you like that type of stuff, ask us. We can give that to you all day. But it's clean, it works, it's effective. And that's why people around the world have been loving this product and everything. We have 100 plus products spanning from everything. We're not going to go through it today, but there is the one in particular we're going to highlight, which is called Slenderize. It's sometimes known as skinny drops or happy drops or body balancing drops. Like there's many different names for it. But Lily, can you talk to us, like, for those that don't know, like what are these things and what do they do?
These, yes, you're right. They could be the skinny drops, the magic drops, discipline drops. So basically they're body balancing drops. So it's hormone free, it's homeopathic, plant-based, all natural. And what the first drop does, it actually targets the visceral fat, the fat around organs that lead to health issues later on. So even people that are skinny can have that kind of fat. So it's that stubborn fat we want to address. And also helps. I don't know if you guys have been on a program and you're like hangry. You're like it's a temptation. It's hard, you know. But put a 5. You can relate to that because I've done so many programs and I'm like, oh, this is so hard to resist that, right? And I'm like, let me try to work out at the gym. Like you probably work out an hour at the Zumba and you only burn out a little portion of your plate. But this one actually helps with the carb and sugar cravings. So you utilize this tool to give yourself an honest chance of being able to lose weight. And you know what? Your body's phenomenal. It depends on what you supply it. You got to balance the body. We're going to talk about hormones later, but this is the key if you want to address the visceral fat and cut the carb and sugar craving. The second job is called Accelerate. And this is amazing. It actually has adaptogenic herbs in it and helps with metabolism. There's nothing on the market that actually, helps with your own metabolism. And once you lose the weight, it gets reset to that lower weight. So your metabolism, that's why people are not getting rebound weight. And what I like about it, it lowers your cortisol. So cortisol is a stress hormone. So when you're stressed, you're going to produce more of it and impacts your sleep, your ability to have, lose weight, your energy level. And that's what I'm so excited to hear from Dr. Kristal later about hormones. So we want to balance that because a lot of people don't know it affects women and men. So you're like thinking, ask the better question. Why am I gaining weight? Why am I losing my hair? Why is my skin dry? Why am I having trouble sleeping? It's because your body is out of balance. And that's what these drops do. They balance your body back so that you are actually in healthier, vibrant state. And I love this one. This like kind of de-stresses you. So I really, really enjoy they work synergistically together. There's testimonials on this.
That's what we're going to get into, Lily. We have a bunch of testimonials on this and everything. So with that said, I mean, put a 1 in the comments if any of that sound remotely interesting at all, right? So we have today, we want to celebrate some special stories. There's so many people, as you saw in the chat, that have used these, had amazing results. But what's interesting is they have a lot of different benefits. So I want to bring up a couple of people here. The first person that we're going to bring up is someone on that notion of hormone balance, Lily. Yes. But this is going to be a woman that's going to be talking all about this. But I want to first bring up Miss Angie. So let me grab her here real quick. So Lily, I'll bring it over to you.
Okay. Well, you know what? Like we were saying about hormone balancing. And my dear friend Angie, I'm gonna highlight you. Your story is so inspiring. I want you to tell our audience how did you feel before you tried the drops? Like, what does it mean? Like how, like you're in menopause, perimenopause, right? Maybe postmenopause. Like, how did that hormonal imbalance affect you? Can you describe how you felt? Oh, you're mute. She's muted.
Okay, sorry about that. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, for me, the hormones were the unexpected gift that I got doing the drops because I really, as you can see, I didn't realize I was that fat until I saw the picture. Then I didn't want to post it till I got the after. But the benefit was the hot flashes, to be honest. I mean, I lost the weight, but I'm 64 years old. So I'm not perimenopause. I am full blown, like hot flashes waking you up in the middle of the night. You can't change enough. You're sweating it out. You're sweating the sheets. Anybody close to you can feel the furnace when it fires up, right?
I'm glad you described that for all the men on the line. Some of the women that haven't gone through. So you said it feels like you're on fire. You're sweating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like literally perspiring because I have been blessed not to have that part of it.
Well, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. But I think I'm more in the popular number of women who do suffer. And it's not just the hot flashes are the physical thing, along with the visceral body fat, and you get skinny in places that you don't want to be thin in, hair, the pads of your feet, just skin. And then you get fat in places thick where you don't want to be. And it's just that yo-yo thing. But this was the first thing that really addressed the crux of my problem, which was my hormones. I just didn't know it until I found comfort with that. So
nice. Wow. How do you feel now losing 22 pounds and 7 inches? Like, how do you feel in your clothes?
I feel better. Yeah. First of all, every woman knows what it feels, especially this time of the year, right? You want to get dressed up. This is the time you get to, really put on the rag and go out there. And when nothing is fitting you, I don't care how much lipstick you put on. I don't care what you do to your hair, your nails, or anything. If your clothes don't fit, you don't feel pretty, let alone sexy. So that the inches were the first thing I noticed, along with losing the weight that came. But it was the inches. You can see that, it feels miserable. To answer your question, it feels miserable to not fit any of your clothes.
Well, I like that you described that because, people said I'm overweight, but everybody has a different perception of what that feels like. So you're describing it as like it doesn't feel good in your clothes. No lipstick, no makeup, no hair can change that. But now you're going to rock into the new year with this new body, Angie. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing that. That's so inspiring. Thank you, Angie.
And I'm a nicer person too, because that's another side effect of this.
Yes, it helps.
We're not nice when we're not happy. We are not nice. So yeah, my mood is definitely better. I'm a happier person and more positive. Yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations, So women, I just have to say, are superstars. Like, I just can't even understand as a guy, but rock on and super huge congratulations, Angie. And next up, we want to bring up someone that, a lot of people look at this because they're looking to lose some weight. And sometimes you might think like our body failed us, or like maybe we're just like our body changed, or some people say, I'm too old. All right. That's kind of what we say to ourselves. And this next story is someone that is just so inspiring because she has definitely not let age be something that's defined her. But Roxy, I want to bring you up here, sister. But Roxy, first of all, if you don't mind me asking, how young are you now?
How young am I?
Yes.
I'm 4 months from 70.
4 months from 70. Come on. There we go.
Go, Roxy.
Like, I just love how bold you are, because look at this picture. I mean, this is amazing. So Roxy, I mean, when it came to weight loss and everything, prior to you using the drops, what was some of your experience or struggles that you were going through there?
Oh, there were many. I think the biggest one was the amount of stress that I was feeling. The added weight just changed so many things, and it just kept building on itself. But it actually caused high cholesterol. It also caused high blood pressure, and my doctor wanted to put me on meds. So I knew I didn't have much time before she was going to insist that I get on them, and I just didn't want to do that. And so that was the biggest one. And then my energy, I had no energy. It might have been because I wasn't sleeping at night. You know, if I got 3 to 5 hours, I was really lucky. And so I had no energy, you know, and of course, the reason I had so much extra weight is the stress. I'd come home from work and all I wanted to do was eat. I just could not turn that off. And that just didn't help anything either. And, you know, it affected how I felt in my clothes. I wasn't comfortable in anything. I'm sure most of us can relate to that if we've had extra weight. My flexibility, I used to always be so flexible. It was just diminishing. And then I think the one of the worst things is I'd walk by a mirror and the weight would like just pull me down because I had so much in my middle. And I'd walk by a mirror and I'm like, who is that person? And I realized it was me. And I knew I just couldn't wait any longer to take charge better.
Gosh, Roxy. And then you started the drops. And now you're a changed woman. How much have you lost now?
I've lost 31. Well, I lost a couple more pounds. I'd like to say 33 pounds officially.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Congratulations on that.
Wow.
Your energy's different. First time and you're sleeping all night. So besides the weight, what would you say is the biggest thing that this program has helped you? Like, how has this impacted you in a positive way?
I have to say my energy has skyrocketed and I'm sleeping all night. I don't remember the last time I'd slept all night. It's been years. And I'm just more rested. I have better mental clarity. And I'm just happier all the time. And I used to, you know, I didn't mention, but I had a lot of anxiety with all the stress. And I'm not feeling that anymore. So I love that I'm not craving things all the time. I was hungry all the time. And now I can be satiated and I'm just not craving the sugar and things like I was before. I can't tell you what a relief that is.
Wow. Roxy, hey, I think we all would like a piece of the energy that you got. But congratulations, guys. There's some love in the chat for Roxy right there. And it's amazing. It doesn't matter who you are or what happens, but when you start to balance your body, nothing we say here today is meant to cure, treat, diagnose anything. But when you start to balance your body, some amazing things happen. But Lily, I'm going to pass on this next individual to you. But tell us, this is an interesting situation.
Yeah, bring up my dear friend Fina here. Fina, actually, I'm going to interview her. Well, hi, Fina. Thank you for coming all the way from, where is she from? Australia. Thank you so much for joining us from Australia, Fina. Can you please let our audience know kind of your background, because it's really credible, because a lot of people said, oh, you know, in the medical field, like, tell us, what is your profession, Fina?
Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm a nurse. I worked in coronary care and emergency as well as ICU. Okay. And I've been passionate about health for the last few years. And I found myself here totally believing in the products that we market.
Well, where was your health before you started the drops? I mean, the picture on the left versus the picture on the right, like, how did you feel? Can you describe how the hypothyroidism affected you? Like, can you describe that for us?
Yes. My woes go back to about 18 years ago. I was having a chat with a friend and she said, Fina, have you ever checked your thyroids? They look like they're enlarged. And I said, my what is enlarged? I'd never heard of the word thyroid. I was very health illiterate. And I said, oh my gosh, that's the first time I'm hearing of that word. So the very next day I went to my doctor's and I did a blood test and I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism. And that really began my journey of medications. I was put on 50 micrograms of thyroxine. And after a few months, that didn't do, and they increased it to 75 micrograms of thyroxine. And that had been my life for 18 years.
For 18 years. So when you're showing your stats here, like the normal range for your thyroid is 0.5 to 4.0. You were at like 6.0. So that's why they recommended you to go on thyroid hormone replacement therapy. So you were on it for what, 18 years or so on medication?
18 years.
Wow.
That's right. So
That's
In the
incredible.
18 years, I really called myself the commander-in-chief. I looked at myself as the chief and my husband as the Indian because he ran all the errands for me. I was fatigued,
Wow.
immense lethargy, cold spells, skin dryness. I stopped wearing sleeveless clothes. I stopped wearing short pants because I felt so embarrassed about my skin. And the biggest one was the weight kept creeping on. From about 65 kilos, I got to about 90 kilos. And that was the point where I could not even go upstairs. If I was doing an online shopping and I needed my credit card, my husband had to do it for me. He had to make tea for me. He turned off the cooktop for me because I just didn't have the energy once I sat down.
Wow. Wow. That's so that's why I want people to kind of realize that how the thyroid affected you. It wasn't only the weight gain, but your energy level, your ability to move, it sounds like. So on the
That's right.
drops, I'm looking at the stats here, in a mere like 6 months, you went back to the normal range of 4.0.
Yes. So what happened then, I started to take interest in anatomy and physiology. And I just thought, okay, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to eat right. I eliminated some foods from my diet and I introduced others. With the aim, obviously, of fixing my thyroid, but that didn't work. And so, because I was so into health now, I decided to go and become a nurse. And I thought, if I can't beat them, I'm going to join them. So I went back to nursing school after about 20 years to get my second degree, and I became a nurse. And it was at that point when I used to dish out medications to my patients, 20 meds a day, 15 meds a day. And I would ask them, for how long have you been taking this? And they would say 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. And that's when I really had the eureka moment. And I thought, I've got to do something about this. And that's when I stopped taking my medications. But disclaimer, please don't stop taking your medications unless the doctor advises you. But that's what I did. And then began a quest for me to find that thing. And I didn't know what it was that would fix my thyroids.
Wow.
And about 5 months ago is when I stumbled upon the skinny drops. And my aim was really to lose weight. It wasn't even to fix my thyroids because at that point I didn't know that it supported thyroid function. Because when I walked into my wardrobe, none of my clothes fit me. Even though my wardrobe is 3 times as large than Eustace's, nothing really fit me. And so my self-esteem was really crumbled. I would try to go out and nothing fit me. But the skinny drops really transformed my life. I began to see changes in the second week. In the first week, I didn't feel anything. But in the second week, people started to comment that the swelling had started to come down. My face looked smaller. And then I just thought, oh my gosh, from commander-in-chief, I started to feel like a soldier. I started to take hold of my life and my health. I started to walk again, and I had more energy. And I was able to walk every day after that. And then I lost 13 kilos so far from the time I've started on the drops about 5 months ago. My thyroid has been fixed. My doctor was so amazed that he called for a meeting with me and he wanted to know what was it exactly that I did to fix my thyroids.
Nice. Let's share with your doctor. And I want to do also the disclaimer, nothing that we're sharing is meant to diagnose, treat, or cure, but you heard from Fina, who's in the medical field, who had been on medication for 18 years. You see her stats there. It's back to normal. You can see the physical difference, but I do want to make sure that everybody's different. And you look at this, you're like, wow, she got that. But it really was a process of 6 months. So everybody's going to get results in different ways. I want everybody to not compare, because you see this picture like, wow, before and after, did she get in 1 month or 2 months? No, your body needs to heal before I think it comes on the outside. So like what I heard you saying was that you wanted to lose weight, but that was a blessing in disguise that the thyroid got addressed. And I could totally see the swelling on your face has like gone down, and the dress size has gone down. That's incredible. Thank you so much, Fina, for sharing with us. That's amazing. Oh my God. I'm just like, every story I'm going like, I told you should bring tissue. I have mine right here,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and if I can just add the icing on the cake is I thought if I can't beat them, I'm going to join them. And joining this business has been one of the blessings in disguise for me. And I really, really thank you all for introducing this product to me.
Absolute honor. Fina, you are a rock star. So we go from whether it's weight loss or hormonal balance things, or even things like supporting the thyroid. I want to bring up another amazing person here that this is a spectacular story because, you know, to be honest, for me, I think there's many times that I can complain about things in life, right? I can be very easy to put a victim mentality on things, but Koa has a spectacular story of somebody that is young, that is amazing, that is literally a walking miracle. But Koa, how are you, brother?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Doing amazing, hailing from the great state of Hawaii. We're a little bit jealous, Koa. But Koa, for those of us that don't know your background story, I mean, you had quite the health situation when you were young. Can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, so briefly, when I was younger, I had three brain tumors, like 4, 5, and 6 is how old I was. And just a crazy health journey, to be honest with you. I've had my ups and downs of
You
weight
had three brain
weight
tumors by
loss.
the age of 6. That's what we said, Koa?
Yes.
Wow. Oh my gosh. And then you had to get those removed. And I know when you got them removed, so what happened like in that now
So
you're good, I think, like without you don't have tumors anymore, which is awesome. But
yeah, true. So they kept reoccurring. So my third surgery at 6 years old, they removed my pituitary gland. So it
wow,
screwed up all my hormones and stuff that controls your body, basically. So it's been rough, but I'm thankful to still be here, to be honest.
absolutely. You're 23 years young, super amazing attitude and everything. But yeah, pituitary gland, if you guys don't know, that controls all the hormones. So that was crazy like that. So what were some of the health impacts of being on that? And also, yeah, I know you're on meds as well too, correct? So how
Yes.
many meds were you on at one point in time?
So at the beginning, it was around 20 meds, to be honest. It
Wow.
was just so overwhelming for my body as a little kid. It was just a lot to handle.
Wow. Oh my gosh. And I know you tried a lot of different things to lose some weight. And what was some of those things that you tried to actually just get the weight down?
So I've tried diets like keto and paleo and all kinds of other diets, and I've even had surgery. I had a gastric sleeve to help try and lose weight, and it was good at first, but the after effects of the surgery was bad, to be honest.
Wow. I know there's a lot of people that are considering many different options to try to lose weight. And a lot of those are kind of just restrictive or calorie restrictive, but that's why these are different. So you started to use these in Koa. I mean, I see on this page right here, this might be outdated. How much have you lost so far now on the drops?
I checked this morning and it was 20 pounds down in
20
2 weeks.
in two
20.
weeks. That's what I'm talking about. And besides weight, I mean, how do you just feel?
To be honest, I was thinking about it this morning and I woke up from such a great rest. And it's been a while since I had a good night's rest. And just feel the energy you feel from the drops. It's just amazing. Truly, truly amazing.
You're an absolute inspiration, brother. And you know, you're just a beacon of you're a beacon of light for me. That if I ever feel like I'm complaining about someone, I just think about Koa and your story. I'm like, man, there's no excuses for me. I'm so proud of you. I know the journey. I'm telling you, guys, if you guys remember Jared from Subway, Koa is going to be the next Jared of Subway on these drops. So huge congratulations. You're a rock
Thank
star.
you. It's
Getting
just the
so much.
beginning.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And to
Congratulations.
wrap things
Well,
up, Lily, I know we have one more story. So tell us about this.
yes. Well, we've all heard how balancing hormones, right? You lose weight, lose inches, you get better sleep, you get more energy, right? But there's also another aspect I want my dear friend Jessica to share. I've interviewed her before. So her story is a combination of all that plus something mental health. Mental health is something that's really prevalent nowadays. And I want to ask Jessica, if you wouldn't mind sharing, how did you feel? What was your journey like prior to being introduced to the drops?
Well, I was struggling a lot, actually. I had had a really rough year last year. I hurt my back. I was taken out of work. I felt like I couldn't do anything. There were days when I didn't get out of bed. Some of that was because I hurt so much. Some of it was because I just didn't have the energy, and some of it was because of some severe depression that I was going through. And that's something that I've struggled with most of my life. at least for many, many years, 20 plus years probably. I've been up and down with depression and weight gain and all of those lovely things. I've tried all different kinds of medicines and diets and you name it, I've tried it. But
Wow. So on this program, how did you feel after you lost, 33 pounds? You said you were the heaviest in April. You ended up losing 33 pounds, but were you on medication, may I ask, for the depression?
Yes, I've gone on and off it over the years, but I'd been back on it since about 2 years ago.
How many meds were you on, Jessica?
Two different kinds. A depression medicine and then a more of like an anxiety medicine as well. So since I started taking the drops and they have really kicked in and the weight has started to come off and my depression is completely gone. I've actually stopped taking both my medicines. I haven't taken them in over 6 months.
Nice. Oh my God, that's incredible. It's all related. It balances your hormones, and now that you're in balance, the depression, because remember the accelerate does help lower the cortisol. So you're a testimony of how, depression, mental health that you struggle with for so many years and going back on it just a couple of years ago. And now you're completely med free, right, Jessica? Plus the way, like, how does life look like to you now, Jessica, compared to April when you first met us?
Well, last year I dreaded going anywhere with my family. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to do anything that had to do with walking or getting out of the car even. And just a few weeks ago, me and my family, we went on a hike.
A hike? Wow.
A hike.
From not wanting to get in a car to walk to a hike. That's amazing. And
yeah.
I know that before you had shared that, like, there are things that you had to think about when you go out in public. I mean, can you share a couple of those things?
Yeah, well, I mean, even still, I've got a long way to go. But there's tons of things that you have to think about. You have to, when you're that heavy, you have to think about, are you going to be able to go to the movies and sit in a chair comfortably, or is it an old style theater, or is it the new plushy ones where they're more comfortable? Even going to a new restaurant, if you don't know if it's booths or chairs with arms, or how comfortable are you going to be when you go into the places? And it's all things that made me super self-conscious, and I just didn't do those things. If I hadn't been somewhere, if I didn't know what the situation was, then I didn't go.
Wow. Well, I am so glad that you were vulnerable and shared the story with us, Jessica. Give her some love. Give all the testimonies tonight some love. I just am so inspired. Thank you, Jessica, for coming on and sharing with our community. And James, I would love for you to, kind of go over what's coming up next.
My gosh, does anyone else have tears as well too? Just like leaping with joy and everything. Jessica, amazing story, every single one of us. And I know there's a lot in the chats as well too. This is really what this transformation is about, right? About each of us getting to the next best part of ourselves. But I want to bring up a very special guest with us today. She's wanted all around the world, and she's a good friend of ours. But when I asked her, I was honestly very nervous to ask her because she's so busy. Literally, she just came off of a month-long road trip, and she was talking around the world about hormones and health. But I wanted to bring up Dr. Kristal here. So guys, if we can throw some love in the chats, throw some 100s in the chats. We got Dr. Kristal here. Dr. Kristal, can you hear us all right?
I sure can. Hello.
Oh my gosh. Hello, hello. So we're going to spend a little bit of time, Dr. Kristal, me and Lily and you. We have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
But first is, for those of us that don't know who Dr. Kristal is, who were you prior to being this hormones and health expert?
Oh goodness. Well, I grew up and practiced in a small town in Wyoming. So you all officially know someone from Wyoming, and that may be your first time that you actually did know someone. We have more antelope than we have people in the whole state. So yeah, I grew up there. Um, just a normal kid until I was about 5 years old. And I had an autoimmune issue that began after I had some vaccinations. And that's where my story began. I just kind of been chasing health my whole life since.
Oh my gosh. And since then, Dr. Kristal, as everyone can see on the screen, you've lost a person.
I did. I have lost more than I now weigh, which is mind blowing. I never thought I could accomplish it. And if I can, someone else can too.
Oh my gosh. And Dr. Kristal, you went from being the chiropractic side of things and now you're healing holistically and you're going around the world. And I want to ask, because you hear all these amazing stories and it's like, it seems miraculous. It seems like too good to be true. Like, as a medical professional, like what's actually happening here? How are these things happening?
Well, I actually am back here in Florida and I was just speaking with a group of people this evening. And I said, now think about this. We've been told low calorie, low fat diet, ingredients. And all you have to do is look around in a public place and tell me if that is working for the majority of people. It's not. Like, I'm here in Florida. If I was to go to Disney World and I stop and sit, I am just like, I should be a multi-billionaire. There are so many people to help. There's so many people to help because what we have been sold is not serving us in our health. And so that's literally what transpired about for me was I was like, you know what? I'm done. I am done. I am stepping off of this merry-go-round or roller coaster. I'm going to stop chasing the number on the scale because that is not a quantifier of health. As a doctor, I was ignoring all of the other things. The only thing, well, it's that ego, it's that vanity, it's that self-worth value was that number on that scale. And I was like, it's not serving me to chase that. It's not working for me because I remember when I was thin and I thought I was fat. And so I went on a diet and I didn't get thinner. I got fatter. And that just, it kept happening. And I found myself over 300 pounds. And if I could have gone back to when I was skinny and thought I was fat, I'd have done anything. Anybody else like, oh man, when I thought I was fat, I wish I was that fat again. Like they don't work, Angela. Exactly. Diets don't work. I wanted to live it. I wanted to find a way how I could live in this body and love me again. Because I was at the point, it's exactly what she was just talking about. You made me tear up too. I'm like, that was me. The first time I was in an airplane and someone asked to help me lift my bag, I was like, are you talking to me? Because no one asked the heavy Kristal for help. They didn't try to help me. That's when I needed the help, by the way. Now my bag weighs almost as much as me. I'm like, could someone help a girl? I like, right? Back then I was like, that's why I was good as a chiropractor. I could throw around those Denver Broncos. I was like, oh, heck, boy, come here. Crunch him. I used my body weight to adjust him. And now I'm like, I'll stick to the drops because I don't know how to practice that way anymore. I don't have that weight behind me. So I love what I do. I love seeing, it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are. These aren't hormones. These aren't stimulants. These support your body to respond. It turns back on function. It supports function versus what all of us have been doing, trying to get our body to react. React is more like the pharmaceutical, medical, not medical. I'm not gonna stick it into that realm. But when you're throwing things at your body and expecting your body to react to it, that's different than just giving your body the support it needs and then the best you coming to the top.
Wow.
That's what I found, is I found the best version of me. And it doesn't matter, like the side effect is weight loss. You've heard a lot of side effects of these this evening. This has been an incredible call, by the way, because it's more than just weight loss.
Mm-hmm.
It's people thriving and people that are breaking. And it's what I saw on all of these travels. People are breaking the chains and they're becoming advocates for their own health, whatever that looks like. Because if your doctor knows more about your health than you, you're in trouble. And the best thing is I lost that weight 5 years ago and I kept it off. And if I start to get my body out of balance again, and I start to see all of the different signs that came with it, my mood, my sleep, my aches and pains, my weight, it's just one of the factors. If I start to see that, I can get back on track. I know what to do. Before, I didn't know what to do. And I kept going to my friends who are in the medical community. And I'm like, okay, pull labs, run them. And they come back and they're like, you're normal. Don't tell me I'm normal. I'm not normal. Look at me. Something's wrong. And I literally was begging them to tell me what was wrong with me. That is a very frustrating place to be because no one knew. They didn't know what to tell me. They were out of tools. And that's what I see the body balancing drops. That's what I see Slenderize as being. They're a tool, a healthy tool. You still have to show up. You still have to utilize the eating plan. Now, it's not a diet. I want, if you looked at this and you're like, this is a restrictive diet. No, sister. No, brother, it's not. This is called healthy adult eating. It's how our grandparents ate. They ate protein, vegetables, fruit, nuts. They ate the perimeter of the grocery store. And we all think that's a marketing ploy, by the way, that they make us walk through everything. It's not. It's about money. Do you know how expensive it is to run plugs down the middle of those concrete floors? So the food that dies is the food that's on the outside next to plugs. And if your food can't die, then your food isn't food.
Gosh.
Think about that.
My mind's blown. Hey, put a 1 in the comments if you guys' mind is blown right now. Dr. Chris, you're taking us to like, wow.
It's truth.
It's so true. We've been sold just a bunch of crap. So I am like, we are a community who is taking back our health, one person at a time. And you deserve the same story that all of these other people have. This isn't a bunch of hearsay. What did she tell you? She told you to eat nuts. She told you to eat. When was the last time starving yourself got you where you wanted to be? It doesn't. Nowhere does scarcity ever create something good. Abundance does. So for me, best thing I can tell you to do is nourish to flourish.
Ooh, love that.
Nourish to flourish.
Dr. Kristal, mic drops. We could spend all night with you. I so respect your time, but we wanted to do something special. Guys, if you guys got some value from Dr. Kristal, put a 5 in the comments below. And I'm gonna be reviewing this, by the way, Dr. Kristal, because you did some things that I'm like not gonna be able to sleep today. But I wanted to do something special. Guys, if you don't know, she is so busy. She literally just did a whole road trip. We're not in the same team or organization as well, too. So she's just doing this out of the goodness of her heart. I want to do something special for you, Dr. Kristal. And as you know, our business team is called the Warrior Movement. And when we think about you, Dr. Kristal, we think of you are a warrior. You are a warrior woman. Like, we definitely can see that and like that. So we wanted to gift you a special shirt. These are limited edition, dry fit. They'll feel amazing. You can work out with them and everything. So we're going to send this
I love that. Thank you. It's very kind.
Welcome. And thank you for your time. But Dr. Kristal, any last words for us?
Your story for his glory. We've all been saying, make your mess your message. There's no mess. The story that you're living, all of those you heard speak tonight, the minute they shared their story, somebody else said, me too. Because we really are better together. You're not alone. When you share your story, it sends out something to someone else who needs a friend, who needs you. And we are all in this together. So I hope, if this is your first time, I hope you'll come in here. I hope you'll tell your friend your story and what you're looking for, because they can connect you with someone else. Because that's all we do. We share our stories so we can find the person we connect with. And I just love you guys. I love what you're doing. I love the Warrior Movement because it's your story for his glory.
Dr. Kristal, thank you so much for your words of wisdom and kindness. Guys, throw a bunch of love in the chat. Dr. Kristal, thank you for your time and everything. And I don't know how we're going to follow up that. Right,
anytime.
Follow Dr. Kristal everywhere. Find her on Facebook, Instagram, everything. You will be well amazed. But thank you so much. All right, guys. So we love to do right here is we want to take a quick photo with everybody as we start to conclude things here, all right, with Dr. Kristal still here. But if you have a camera on, don't worry if you don't look that amazing or you don't feel like it. You do, by the way, you look amazing. You give me a small, tiny square and everything. But we just want to take a quick photo of everyone. And so on the count of 3, we're going to do like 4 or 5 photos because we have different screens. So everybody, cameras on. If you have to, smile at the screen. 1, 2, 3, smile. 1, 2, 3, smile. 1, 2, 3, smile. 1, 2, 3, smile. And there we go. Awesome. Dr. Kristal, thank you so much once again. We're going to wrap things up over here as we're ending this party together. My gosh, so much fun. So guys, as we conclude this, couple things, just like what Dr. Kristal said, this is your first time, you're like, man, what are these drops? How do I get them? Talk to your friend about this. So just to let you know, normally at full retail, it's $176 US. It is, we also do sell in Canada, Mexico, and in Australia, and all these different places. But your friends, we get them at bulk so we can get them for a discount. So hit them up because they might have a couple left. If so, you're going to get a savings and they're $150. All right. So be sure to contact your friend right after, send them a message, be like, man, let's talk about this. And you can definitely hop on board with that. There's also another opportunity as well, too, though, because I'm curious who here, as you heard all the stories today, could think of even one other person that you think could benefit from this. Put a 1 in the comments if you're like, man, I know someone like Koa, I know someone like Dr. Kristal, I know someone like Lily or Angie or all of our amazing speakers, because something that you can do is you can actually partner with this company for a one-time lifetime membership around $30. You get a full wholesale on the product. You also get an app, you get a partner with the company, but there's a popular way where if you get 4 of them, You get them for discount each. If you just share 3 of them, you'll earn enough to get your 4-pack paid for and actually your set for free. So if you wouldn't mind getting your product for free, share this with 3 others. It's super simple. We can help you with that as well too. That's been a popular option. And there's also some of them, Denise said they have people messaging you. That's awesome. Some of you here are like, I know a lot of you, right? People need to hear about this. A very popular way, I know Kristal goes through this all the time, is get a 10-pack. When you get them in 10, you get them for the maximum discount. In fact, every single set that you share, it's $50. So if you sell 10 of them, you make an extra $500, and people are looking for what it is that we have, you know? So whether it's just by grabbing the product for yourself, or you want to partner with us and you want to get yours paid for or make a little bit more, get back with your friend and definitely ask them for more questions so we can grab you the right way to be able to get started, you know? So at the very least, if you're excited to at least try the drops, put a 1 in the comments. If you're like, man, let's go, let's be that next story and everything, because we're looking to celebrate you. Absolutely. And by the way, if you're not yet a part of our Wellness 360 Facebook group page, please join that. I just dropped it into the chat so that we can celebrate you, we can support you and everything as well. Be sure to just fill in, there's a couple questions just so we know who you are. Talk about who referred you, talk about just where you got this information from. We'd love to include you in there. And last but not least is this, all right? We got some fun raffles. All right. So with this, I want to let you know who here is somebody that's a little bit competitive. Give me a wave or throw a 5 in the comments if you like to win. Because as you've been on here, guys, I just want to give you a big shout out. We have like we have pretty much the same amount of lines that started on this, and this has been a packed call, you know. So you guys are the serious ones right here. So I'm going to go through here, and Lily, I don't know if you have the list here, but do you see the list that you're on mute right now? So let me know if you can.
Yes, I do have the list.
Okay, gotcha. So this is what we're going to do. Let me tell them we have quite a few prize winners here. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to give out, this is going to go to 4 different people actually, is we have a couple cool products, which is number 1, we have this Go Time Energy. All right, Go Time Energy is a quick drink that you can use, and you can put it in water, and then boom, you're good to go with some energy. We have that. You're going to get 5 of these. You're also going to get our Elite, so more body balancing. This is our hormone. People call it the pink drink, so really good for anti-stressing and everything. And you're also going to get our Skinny Drops pouch. There's this one, but then there's also another color. We're going to have a couple different types of them. So we're going to give them all of these. So 5 of these, 5 of these, and then we get this. You get a nice pack for this. This is a $50 value. So Lily, who is our first winner?
All right, the first winner is Sheila Baker. Let me see if she's here. Is she here?
Congratulations, Sheila. Hey, congratulations.
Congratulations, Sheila.
Yes, reach out. My wife, Becky, she's like really like, she's like the Wizard of Oz. She's the one making everything happen behind the scenes. So she's been looking for everyone. Be sure to connect with her. Thanks, Liz, for putting in the chat. If you're a winner, grab that email, becky.rix, arix@gmail.com. Reach out to Becky so that we can give you that. All right. So we don't just have one of these. We're actually giving out 4 of those packs that we just had, Lily. So number 2, we also have, that's also going to get this Elite, this Go Time, and this pouch. We have Teresa Sawyer. Teresa Sawyer.
Nice. Congratulations.
Congratulations. We are so proud of you. Way to be on here today. Yes. Email becky.rx@gmail.com with your address so we can ship that to you. Who else do we got, Lily?
We have the next person actually reached out to me for this call, Lynette. Lynette, I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Wait, let's just say that fast. Lynette, our Canadian.
Lynette. Thank you for joining us, Lynette. Congratulations. Make sure you go ahead and email becky.rx@gmail.com.
Yes, and then we got 1 more of these packs, and then we got some other cool things as well too. But last but not least for this one, we got Karen Boots. Karen Boots, congratulations. Congratulations. We're super proud of you. All right. So every one of those, you're going to be grabbing these. Once again, email Becky. But we got some others as well too, Lily. So next up, we have, this is one of our fan favorite products, Rejuvenex. If you like some good pick-me-up, a good clean boost of energy without the crash, without the calories, That's what Rejuvenex is. It's got like 5 different superfruits in here. You're going to feel super, super healthy. You get an entire bottle. This is $95 value right here. So Lily, who is our winner for this one?
I see her. She's right below your box. Miss Colleen Jenkins. Congratulations. A $95 value of Rejuvenex. Congrats.
Congratulations, man. I don't know if I want to give this away, but we will. This stuff's some good stuff. All right. Next up, we also have 2 sets of this Lucem lip and lash gift sets to make your lashes amazing and your lips plumper. So it looks like this. And also in here, you have this really cool mirror, which I guess females use this a lot. It looks really nice. As a guy, it looks really nice. It's a great holiday set. This is a $120 value. The first winner of this is, I don't know if you hear my finger drum roll, Kimberly Wall. Kim Wall, congratulations.
Congratulations.
This is going out to you. Super huge congratulations. Absolutely love it. And we have another one, Lily. We have another one.
Yes, the next set goes to Damara Lynn Green. Congratulations. I see you there. Congratulations.
You know what I noticed as well too? As we've been going up the prizes, remember we said this, and this was in random, right? Whoever's giving love, they tend to receive love. I've noticed Damara in the chats. I've noticed Kim in the chats. Like I've noticed all these people in the chats. The email's becky.rx@gmail.com. If you don't mind putting in there, Becky, just put it in there. But last but not least, we have the grand prize of today. I did a poll earlier and I showed a table of what people would want. Everyone said, I would love a set of the drops. These are, as you already saw, the value of what they are. So I have one lucky winner for this. And Lily, can you do a drum roll for me? Do you have a desk right there to do a drum roll with your hands or something like that?
Hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. And this person is on. And it's Bonnie. Is it
Dietzman?
Bonnie, congratulations. You got a set of the skinny drops. Woohoo! All right, congrats. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Absolutely. Well, huge congrats to all of our raffle winners. It's an absolute honor to have you guys on here. You made this super successful. And as we're closing things out, once again, get back with Becky on there. Our goal today was to be able to celebrate with you guys. And by the way, if you were interested, we want to give a big shout out. There's a special person, Shauna Needon. If you don't know Shauna, she has an incredible website here that if you want some cool merch or if you want to grab some of these, like where do you get these types of pouches from? Go to mynetworkgear.com/collections/partner-co. You can grab this and shirts and a lot of cool stuff she can customize. And if you like bling stuff, she loves to bling things up. So be sure to grab that. And thank you, Shauna. She donated a bunch of stuff so that we could use this as well too. So definitely check that out. But a couple more things and then we're done here today, guys. All right. Is if some of you were interested, you're like, I wouldn't mind just looking at this as a consumer. Some of you might have seen opportunities. You're wondering, how do I not just get this paid for, make a little bit of extra on the side, or maybe something even more significant? This is how Dr. Kristal was able to go from a practicing chiropractor to now doing this and transform lives around the world. This is what brought Lily from corporate America for 30 years to now doing this for a passion as well. If you're interested in that, tomorrow night, same link as this, same Zoom link, same time, I'm going to be co-hosting with Pam Middleton. She's a retired registered nurse, loves this business, loves transforming lives. We're going to be showing you exactly the system on how this works, that you can turn your phone into a way to make some extra money with this. If you're interested for that, lock this in. We'll see you on tomorrow. But as we conclude this, Lily, after seeing all this, Lily, what's on your mind? What are some last words for you for this amazing night?
Definitely, if you're on the fence, should I try it? It's a holiday. Should I wait till the New Year's? The best time to start was yesterday. The next best time to start is now. So why not? Why not get into that body? Like you heard Angie talking about, feeling great in your skin and in your clothes and walk into the new year, not having to make the New Year resolution. That is what I heard everybody was like. It was when you balance the body, there's so many health benefits that come along with it. It's not just weight loss. So if you're considering it, I would definitely connect with a friend that brought you on tonight. And if you have been on it and maybe, the results aren't as fast, everybody is different. So I just want to remind everybody of that it is a journey. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So this is the journey called life. So there was something that Dr. Kristal mentioned. I want to end with this is the word she used, advocate for your own health. Because that's what I did. I don't know how many years I went to advocate for my health. And you hear about everybody. So you know what? If that's you, may today be the first day you make that decision to advocate for your health and make that decision to start on these drops. So on that note, James, do you want to send us off with one last message?
Yeah, it's just special. Every single one of you, you're special in our hearts. This is why we do what we do, because we want to hear your stories. This impact is just visceral, right? You can feel it. If you guys enjoyed tonight, throw an emoji in the comments below and how you're feeling right now, or throw some numbers or something, And I hope this is not just a one-time meet. I hope this is the beginning or the continuation of a great relationship together. The community is really the special part of this, and it's all a journey, right? So we want to welcome you into our community, welcome you as friends, welcome you as family. Now I'm going to tell you this holiday season, this is just a kickstart to our holiday strategy. If you like this, the next 6 weeks are going to be amazing. So stay tuned in our community. Like, you're going to want to continue to just be a part of everything, because the fun has just started. This was just a kickoff, not an end to everything. So everybody, it's an absolute honor to have you. Get back with your friend right after this and tell them what you think about everything. And we hope to talk to you all soon. All right, feel free to unmute yourself. And Lily, thanks for being an amazing